both. We're good. I'm going to snap it in and we're good. People, I want to talk about this Instagram that I posted. It's probably my most interacted with ever, maybe. I don't know. But definitely in recent times. And it's because I was showing a little bit of skin. And there's an obvious transformation there. But today I want to address the main thing everyone's asking was, did you lose strength? Zach, you lost a lot of weight, lost a lot of body fat, it looks like. Did you lose strength? And there's a lot to that to unpack. So I'm going to unpack it. But also, there's also a decent amount of length on this microphone right here. So I'm just going to walk around. And my editor, Alex, is going to add in edits like that and that. Oh, Lasha, what's up, dude? Let's talk about that. Did I lose strength when I lost weight? And there's kind of a two-part answer to this. I'll talk about the process in which I lost the weight over time, and then I want to answer that question directly. The main thing I did, I had a bunch of competitions that I did pretty well in. The main one was the American Open. Wasn't actually my best meet, but I was a heavy boy. Damn. I think it was like 116 kilos. And I knew after that meet that I was going to work on GPP. Basically, CrossFit. Oh my God! For myself, right? That's my version of GPP that I enjoy. And it's another rule that I have. Like, I don't think CrossFit's that bad if you don't move bad. There's my nuanced take on that. If you just think that all CrossFit is bad, well, shame on you.
Now watch this drive.
So I decided to do that. And immediately when I changed my mindset to not really caring about how much I'm lifting, really trying to get my fitness, maybe, eating better, overall just trying to be healthier, changing my lifestyle, I started to lose weight pretty fast. The picture on the left was when I was on vacation, and it was in like a CrossFit class that I decided to jump into super quick. I look really happy, but I was super miserable because the workout was tough. And obviously I'm noticeably pretty fucking chunky. Again, lost a lot of weight really quickly. I got down to about 107 kilos and then I just maintained. From that point, I started to get back into weightlifting and I was just kind of hitting maintenance weight. If I started to go up from that, I would tighten up the diet a little bit. If I started to go down from that, I would say, hey, give me some queso with my burrito. Yeah, I'll take the guac and the chips too. Large guac, large chips with the burrito because I trained hard today and I deserve it, okay? From that point, I was like, hey, there's this virtual competition. Let's get down to 102. That's where shredded picture on the right came in. Also, guys, lighting, loss of water, not all loss of fat, a lot of different factors there, okay? That's not exactly how I look, but I'm definitely substantially more aesthetic now than I was on the version on the left, unless that's what you're into. That brings us to, did I lose strength? The most important thing was I had an idea of periodization throughout this whole thing. I decided that I was not going to care about strength. I was going to care about general physical preparedness. Did I lose strength? Yes, but it's not because I lost weight. No. A lot of people out there who decide not to compete or not to have pointed areas where they will perform their best. They want to be generally strong all the time. They want to be generally aesthetic all the time. And they want to be generally powerful all the time. That's great. But just understand, the human psyche usually doesn't work like that.
Yes, one could say so.
It is possible to improve all three of those things at the same time, but not to the level of all of the Instagram guys and gals you see. In fitness culture, we see really strong people who are really ripped, who can snatch and clean and jerk a lot of weight, or maybe they don't snatch and clean and jerk a lot of weight, they just have washboard abs and they're jacked and it's awesome. The idea that we need to maintain all these levels of strength, aesthetic, and power throughout the year, it's not a good one to have. And it won't allow you to improve and it'll mess with your psyche. So did my strength go down? Yes, it did, but it wasn't because of my weight loss? No. However, if my goal was to tighten some things up with my diet or look a little bit more aesthetic, but I wanted to be able to come in and back squat, I don't know, insert number here, let's say 400 pounds. Everyone loves to back squat 400 pounds, but I'm at a deficit because I want to look a little bit more aesthetic. I go into the gym and I'm noticeably weaker. That makes a lot of sense, but that's kind of what you get. You didn't want to periodize. You just wanted to cut the calories. And when you cut the calories, you're at a deficit trying to maintain the same strength levels that you have. Yes, I was at a deficit, and yes, I was tightening up my diet, but really dialed into my programming for the snatch and the clean and jerk. Remember, after I went from that GPP phase, I got into snatching and clean and jerking with very, very, very light weights. I addressed it in that video, and you should check that one out as well. So the main thing is understanding that you should have pointed times where you perform at your best. That can mean so many different things. The main thing being strength, aesthetics, and power. All three of those variables can undulate throughout your year, but do not associate one with the other. Okay, now that we've gotten that taken care of, how did I do it? How did I lose the weight with macros, calories, all that shit? I didn't count a single macro. All I did, well, that's not true. That's definitely not true. I counted one macro. Basically, I had the goal of being like, okay, in between 200 and 250 grams of protein, but I never weighed anything to make sure that I was hitting that macro. I just guessed. So chicken breast or something, 2 chicken breasts, I'd be like, oh, maybe that's 50. I know that 2 scoops of whey, oh, that's 50 as well. I tried to supplement whey protein as well. So I do 2 scoops in the morning, 2 scoops at night. That would add 100 grams of protein to my diet. So I knew that if I was just getting around 100 to 150 grams of protein from animal products, that I was going to hit that macro. Outside of that, I just said, hey, don't eat like a dick. It's pretty simple. It's like your high school health class or your whatever basic fundamental. Is that healthy or is that not? Now, we can get into a very nuanced answer to this. Is something healthy or not? What is healthy? Is it calorically dense? Is it proper macros? Just put it this way. Chips and queso, not healthy. Rice, broccoli, chicken, pretty healthy. Sorry, guys. All of my meals were like, would mom cook this for me? Is this something that my great-grandma would? No. If it's a food that she has no idea, probably not a good food to eat. That's about as intuitive as it got for me. Intuitive eating, and the greatest thing too was I tried to string together as many meals as I could in a row that were like this. Those were my 2 rules. Try to get 200 to 250 grams protein, and then try to not eat like a dick. And it worked. Anyways, I hope that was enough for you guys. If you like the standing and talking and chatting and all the cool little edits, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one.